Okay, recording. Looking at my passive tree here, which I started going for, it's going to be a trap build, my first. So I started with some traps, just sneaked up, got my evasion, and went this way, and I was running, and it was doing actually pretty well, but I was terrified of Malachi after watching the videos, and didn't want to lose this one in Tempest League. So I tried out the tornado skills, leveled them up a little bit, and geared up to a level 47, and took out Malachi pretty easy. So pretty much, I wouldn't say I've run my way here to the Vaal Oversoul, because I've done a lot of farming on the way. So my level is still up kind of high, but my passive tree is wonky at best. It's kind of all over the place, but it seems to be working pretty well. I'm hitting really fast because of the gear that I've got, which reminds me to get out of that there. Take a look at the gear, which was what? There we go. Still working the Grove bow that I bought last night, and still working the unique Ashrend that that was dropped for me in Act 4. And I did get increased or changed the headgear out, but was able to keep the same plan with the 2 tornado shots. The one, my primary with the curse on hit, the poacher's mark, to keep me alive, keep my health and mana growing fast. Of when there's lots of trash around, and then my secondary tornado shot, which only has the lesser multiple projectiles versus the greater multiple projectiles used on this one. So with only 3 arrows, it does more damage each one, so I can knock out a single or small group faster. And once it's already got the poacher's mark curse on it, and it just get rid of them faster. It still keeps my life up. And then a frenzy with culling strike and additional accuracy to take out the final, just to kill the unique bosses and not really the mob bosses, but the unique bosses, because even that last 10% can still take some time on them. But one bow pull and they're gone. Focused on physical damage. Just dropped this one recently, so I've just started comparing the two. It's not the physical damage that I was using, but it does have, it is rare, and increased my lightning resistance. And my accuracy, it added some lightning damage, so it's not quite as damaging. It's a little less total damage than the physical one. Because this has the additional 81%, I assume. But I mean, it's a minor drop in the DPS, but since the build is kind of about lots of arrows, each keeping the health and the mana up, then doing less damage on each stroke just keeps my mana and health up better. So as long as I'm still basically farming because I'm over leveled, it works well enough. Did change these around for, I've got an evasion. I like this amethyst because it's got 20% increase to all my resistances while it's in use, and since it's guaranteed use for 3.5 seconds versus the other types, the other health pots, mana pots, that typically if you use them, they're good for 8 or 9, but as soon as they max out at the max out your health or your mana, then they effectively stop working. So any benefits that you get from them die very quickly. So I've got that set up. Now let's go over to the game. Alright, so now we're in game, and this isn't going to be as big, but let's see. Health is, I can't even read it from here. Health is what? Oh, there we go. Health is still less than 2,000. Managed to get rid of that tiny wink of an energy shield, so I don't have that annoying me all the time. Mana stays up I can kill it if I'm not using that my curse, my rebellious poach, my poacher's mark. If that's not in use, then I'll kill the mana pretty quickly. But it recharges fast enough with haste that I can get a couple more hits really quick with the poacher's mark and get my mana right back up to full. And defenses. That's why I was trying to read it in the wrong box. Here we go. Alright, so now it's on my screen. Let's see. Oh, I'll have to move out of the way from the little bonuses that are happening there in this zone. Chaos resistance is down because I'm in Cruel. Did manage to get my lightning back up to 73. And fire and cold are not all the way there, but with that amethyst flask, that'll bump them up to max when I use that. And I should replenish flask charges very quickly, especially with the 20% increase on this particular one, which I'll be using more than any, would be my guess. That'll keep everything hopefully up to speed, and I should be able to hose through Vaal. So let's see what happens. Oh, and I did, I remembered to not charge up my curse on hit anymore. Since it, as far as I could tell, the only thing it's going to do by leveling it is shorten or increase the duration of the curses, which doesn't really matter for now with this build. If I get this right and throw my curse on him, and then throw the curse on him, and then use the frenzy to hopefully do damage quicker since he's a single target. Then when my mana is gone, then I can back up and keep that going again. Oops, I thought that was going to be his lightning blast. Oh, lost my target. Whoa, there it is. Wrong one. Did manage to hit the topaz flask there, but just a moment too late. So that's got me a little worried. Ah, I hit both of them. I hit one of them. I'm not brave enough to hit the topaz flask and just stand there and tank that mess. Actually, yeah, I got a little braver that time. Ooh, that was new. I've never seen him do that. What did he just do? He just jumped at my ass. That was cool. Whoa! Got the mouse off screen. Chaos flask is empty. Come on, get him down to 10%. Don't stand there on that guy. There it is. Okay. Relatively simple. Level 52. And the zone is 48. Oh, standing in fire. Shit. Oh. Could have been bad.
You're not welcome in my
See if
world.
I got any room to pick up some last rares. And then I'll just scoot out of here. And so I'll go ahead and end that, which I think this new shortcut works.